I thought I had a dream of the accident, and in the dream, I remember getting up, going, Jonas, where am I? Where am I? And then it was Isaac, like you're Manning Park, like something like that. And I was like, what? Like I can't remember much else from that dream, but I'm pretty sure it actually wasn't a dream. I'm pretty sure that was just the segment I remembered of me being knocked out. Because what happened is I got knocked out, and then I woke up again, and then I got knocked out again. I didn't get knocked out, I passed out again. So yeah. I think that it wasn't actually a dream. It was actually me remembering me waking up after being knocked out, and just being confused to where I was, and just looking for Jonas for help.
You sure you're not still feeling the effects? Hello and welcome to the Cult Status Podcast, Episode 2. Before we jump in, Tinny, you're looking quite lovely today, mate.
Thanks, mate. I was about to say the same about you. Why would that be?
Oh, mate, well, I think it's because we're donning these Origin Apparel t-shirts. Shout out to Ben Robinson, founder of Origin Apparel. He sent us these lovely t-shirts. Boy, they look good, don't they?
Mate, stylish, comfortable, big fan. And if you guys want to get your hands on one, we'll put the link in the description. And if you use Cult Status Pod, you can get 5% off.
Oh, baby.
That's a good deal.
Let's get stuck into it. Episode 2. Jeez, this man needs no introduction. A high school mate of ours, Isaac Weezer. Welcome, mate.
The Wheat.
Thanks, boys. Thanks for having me on the show today. I'm privileged.
Yeah, how you been, mate? You been alright?
Yeah, I've been alright, mate. I've been not too shabby. I've been nervous for this podcast. I watched I watched the start of last week's one with Shouzy, and Shouzy set the bar nice and high, because you know Shouzy, bit of a creature, lots of stories,
Big time.
Lots of stories about him. So got big boots to fill, mate.
Yeah, well, maybe a more appropriate question for you is, where have you been? Because a few people reckon you've fallen off the earth.
Alright, so where have I been? I've heard this a bit, I've been asked this a bit, where have I been? Look, I think I've just been here around. I'm a bit confused when people are asking this, so I'm going to ask you, where do you think I've been? Or do you think I've been missing?
Possibly, mate. Well, I think ever since you deleted your socials, you've been hard to track down.
You've deleted all your social media, haven't told anyone, and just gone, oh, people have my phone number. They can find me.
We've got people probably finding out that you're not on Snapchat, Instagram anymore. Probably right now.
Yeah, okay.
You know, to get him on the potty today, we actually had to send him a letter in the mail. Is that hard to reach these days? We got him here, and we're happy. So
look, I have deleted the socials, but I reckon I might get them back, just because I'm feeling a bit disconnected from all the mates and all that. But yeah, I guess I just deleted social media because I don't know, I was a bit sick of it. Had enough.
Feel better now?
Yeah, for a bit I did, and then when school ended, you really rely on them to stay in the socials, to stay in touch with your mates, and you know, when I don't have them, it's hard to do that. So I haven't been seeing too many people, so I reckon I'll be getting back on the socials again sometime soon.
Well, that's very good to hear.
First thing you'll be doing is jumping on Instagram and following Cult Status Pod, won't you?
Mate, you wouldn't believe it. That is the first thing I'll be doing.
Well, mate, the history between us, it runs pretty deep. Do you remember the first place that we met?
I do, mate. Daycare. You, me, and Benjamin Wheaton running amok.
Well, you know, I actually remember the story a bit differently. So, I remember playing year 6 footy, then this bloke comes up to me with a massive head, and he's just like, oh, did I know you? You're Axel, right? And I'm like, yeah, you know, people come up to me all the time, and I go, yeah, I am Axel. Who are you? And you go, oh, I went to your daycare. And I've gone, oh, Ben, is that you? And you go, yeah, it's me. And I go, oh, wicked, good to see you. And then I get to high school with you, and I go, this bloke's name isn't Ben, it's Isaac. And you did go to daycare with me, but bloody hell, you were irrelevant. No one knew you.
Oh, look, mate. There's a bit of bullshit going on there. Even Jacko's sitting there, he knows it. But, yeah, look, The first time Axel and I actually met was back in daycare. We were best mates with another guy called Benjamin Wheaton. It was the dynamic of it was I was kind of the leader, and then
How about
Axel and Ben tagging along, kind of the shepherd and the sheep
Following
situation.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
bit of the shepherd and the sheep situation. But yeah, and then Axel and I we didn't know. So after daycare, we both went off to our separate primary schools, and
They
then
were good days.
Yes, they were good days. And then we met again when I was playing for East Freo and Axel was playing for Winnicott at a Year 6 footy game. And look, I was disappointed. I was really disappointed Axel didn't remember my name because Axel was a good mate back in the day. So yeah, that was a bit heartbreaking.
Well, mate, look,
But-
it shows how much you meant to me.
But I'll tell you what, and here you go, Jacko. I'll tell you what. When I got to high school, mate, I wasn't too heartbroken anymore. I realised what a fool of this guy, what a fool this guy was, and I didn't really miss him as a mate anymore. So, yeah, there you go.
Well,
Very well spoken, mate.
Yeah,
Very well
good for
said.
you.
Couldn't have
See-
been clearer.
seem to have improved since your English video days. That's been posted on the Instagram account, so check that one out.
Oh, mate, yeah. Look,
Well, mate, very good. I've got a game that we'd like to play with you today, just throughout the show. I'll give you a riddle, and as a bit of a prize, I know how much you love red licorice,
mate, I
He's
love
a
it.
sucker for red licorice. Like,
so first riddle. Isaac, how many months have 28 days?
oh, fuck. One, I think.
All of them have 28 days, mate.
bloody hell, mate.
No red licorice for you at the
Oh.
moment.
Wait a
Oh.
minute. Yeah. Go
Yeah.
You get it now?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
understand
Oh.
I get it.
now? Gee whiz, mate. All right.
Alright. Let's move on to year 8, hey? So we've
Yeah.
fast tracked from daycare to year 8 pretty quick. But so we're going to talk about your footy, right? And you're at East Freo that year, and your captain, similar to Ben Shales at Bull Creek.
Yeah.
So yeah, how was that captaining the boys there?
Mate, that was a good year. I ended up winning best and fairest that year.
Whoa.
Oh, well done, mate.
Yeah, cheers, mate. I remember that year as the highlight of my footy career.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it hasn't gone too well at Winnicott so
Oh,
far.
I think we'll have something to say about that a bit
Yeah.
later. But
I
anyway.
think in year 8 I won Coaches Awards, so kind of similar level.
Oh, I don't know about that. I remember myself being pretty elite in year 8. We had a decent team for the East Freo year 8. But yeah, we didn't win the grand final that year, but good bunch of blokes. I had Marcus Best in the team. I had Mitch McGrath, I think. No, I didn't. I had Benny Whedon. Me and him are still good pals to this day.
Yeah, right, mate. No need to go through the whole team sheet.
Yeah.
So you love the club?
Ah.
Love the club, love captaining the team, yeah? Fair to say?
Yeah, I would say that.
Where'd you play footy in year 9? You stayed and captain, did you?
No, mate. It was a bit of a similar situation to Shouzy. I chose to leave the club because all the boys were going to Winnicott.
Wow.
So, yeah, there you go. And look, I don't regret it, mate. I don't regret it.
Jeez, must be a big cash out at Winnicott, eh? Everyone seems to be moving there. No loyalty.
Yeah, no loyalty at all, especially from the captains.
And can we actually talk about how year 7, I think it was, you were at Palmyra.
Oh,
So you
Pally
started
days.
at East Freo. Year 7, you moved to Pally.
Yeah.
You've moved back to East Freo, got captaincy for 1 year and left.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much. I ended up moving to Pally because Pally was in need of a couple of players. And a good mate of mine, Jonas Brown, was playing down there.
One of the fans of the podcast, Jonas.
Yeah, average footy player.
Ooh.
But yeah, no, he was playing down there, and he was saying that he needed some boys to make a full team. So I left East Freo feeling like a hero because I kind of saved. Nah, I didn't save the Pally year 7s, but I was.
Won one game, didn't they?
I think that was against Adelaide. So
That was against Winnicott, mate.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah,
No,
mate.
you definitely beat Adelaide. I remember it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it was my boys. But,
My bad.
yeah. Yeah, let's move on to Winnicott then. Where,
Yeah, right.
Where you played your most recent footy, I guess. Look, year 9, we were a bit unlucky with a few things that happened. It's fair to say.
Yeah.
So you played most of the year.
Yeah.
Yep. Throughout the year, I know you used to come back to mine before training, and we'd go train together because it was sort of on the way, a bit easier.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
always had a good spread, didn't he?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he definitely featured himself at the afternoon teas. But I remember one day in particular, so we'd always catch a bus back to mine and then go to training from there. And you've ridden your bike to school that day, and you've completely forgotten about this. Jumped on the bus, come back to mine, and then gone, oh mate, I left my bike at school.
Oh, mate, funny you should say that. That happened many times when I was at. I used to always love riding the bike into school. So,
And you'd forget you'd ride it that day.
yeah, I'd forget I'd ride it. And then I'd go to Maddie's and I'd end up having to call Miss or something like that to
I don't know why you said that name. Anyway.
Nah.
Shout out to her, I guess.
Must
Big
be a
fan of the
listener.
show, maybe.
But yeah, I had to call her. She was lovely, and yeah, she would she would take the bike in and lock it away in the sick bay for me when I went to Matt.
Wow.
I'm
Very
Do
glad.
you have a rough estimate how many times this happened?
5 or 6.
Oh, wow. Do you ever forget your car and had to pull that into the school as well?
Miss never have to drive that into the sick bay, or?
Nah, mate, but I remember stalling the car. No, I didn't stall. The battery ran out when I parked it at school once, and Mr. and shout out to Jack Coxey. He helped me get the car back up and running. But on a Thursday night during school, I had gone down to Jarrahdale to sleep there for a night.
Oh, we'll touch on this later.
Just the one night down in Jarrahdale, and then I came back the next morning on Friday to school, and it was cold and dark that morning. So I turned on the lights when I was driving back to school, because I wanted to see where I was going. And I think I just had a couple of tests on that day, so I just wanted to run to the library, do a bit of study before the tests. So I've just kind of parked the car, just put it in neutral, handbrake on, just got out, got the bags, and ran to the library. And yeah, obviously didn't turn off the lights in the process. And then when I got back at 3 o'clock that afternoon or 3:15, the lights were out. And
Wow.
On a Friday arvo as well.
on a Friday arvo, mate. But yeah, thanks again to Jack Coxey for sticking around and helping me out. And Mr. Biggest legend going around.
So let me get this straight. You've gone down to Jarrahdale for a Thursday night.
Yeah, for a holiday. For a
For
holiday.
a
So,
big holiday.
how
What
many-
time did you get down there?
Yeah.
I think it was 7 o'clock at night.
Oh, 7 o'clock
And
at night
when
you
did
got
you
down
leave?
there.
I think it was 6 o'clock in the morning, something like
So
that.
you've had a, 11-hour holiday?
11 hour. But look, regardless.
Was it worth the sleep? Was it
Yeah,
nice
comfy beds?
Nice bed down there or something?
Oh mate, I had a great time. No, I'm not just talking about the sleep.
Get there, eat some taco night, guys. I won't see you in the morning. I'll be up and out of here.
No, mate, I was watching a bit of TV, and then a board game.
Sounds worth
And
it.
then I went to
Really sounds worth it.
bed. But yeah,
Well,
no, it's just with
personally,
the fam. I had to go. Yeah, look, it wasn't the best of holidays, but when it's the family going, you kind of have to go.
Family first. Well done, mate.
Fair enough.
Well
Yeah.
done to you.
Cheers, boys.
anyway, back to year 9. There was probably one weekend that you wish you left your bike at school. And look, it was I think a week out from the finals. You had a bit of an incident on the bike. Talk
Yeah.
us through that one, because that was
So one weekend I decided to go riding with my mates Jonas and Asher down at Manning Park. I was enjoying doing mountain biking at that time because all the other lads were doing it, and I was getting a bit better at it. So I tried to when I was down there, I tried to have a go at a couple of bigger jumps.
Ooh.
And I think I just, because, well, I'll tell you what happened. Well, I did a jump and I kind of landed on my head and I knocked myself out.
You didn't kind of land on your head. You
Yeah.
landed on your head.
I landed on my head.
Yeah.
But I knocked myself out doing that jump so bad that I do not remember much at all from that day. Maybe having breakfast that day. But when I knocked myself out, my good mates Jonas and Asher were laughing from the top of the hill. Shout out to the good mates Jonas and Asher. But but they were laughing because they didn't know I had knocked myself out, because the way the jump went was that the the launch point was here and the ending or the down point was here, and they were standing up here, so they couldn't see me knocked out down here.
And you do physics, don't you?
Yeah, I'm doing that at the moment.
Very well described then.
I'll try my best, mate. I'll try my best.
I know. I've spoken to Jonas about this one, and he jumped into action pretty quick, he reckons. And just panic stations, really, seeing you on the ground and trying to wake you up, and you might have even had a few things to say, but obviously unconscious.
Yeah, well, you go.
Yeah, so it was just traumatic for him, he reckons, and really bad timing. So.
Oh, mate, I remember about a couple of weeks after, I thought I had a dream of the accident. And in the dream, I remember getting up going, Jonas, where am I? And then it was Isaac, you're Manning Park, something like that. And I was like, what? I can't remember much else from that dream, but I'm pretty sure it actually wasn't a dream. I'm pretty sure that was just the segment I remembered of me being knocked out. Because what happened is I got knocked out and then I woke up again and then I got knocked out again. I didn't get knocked out, I passed out again. So I think that it wasn't actually a dream. It was actually me remembering me waking up after being knocked out, and just being confused to where I was, and just looking for Jonas for help.
You sure you're not still feeling the effects?
No, mate, I can promise you that. No.
Wow.
I have to say otherwise, but anyway.
And so we've gone on, the Winnicott boys, that is, to make the grand final. We lose. Wasn't a very close game, but who knows, if you're out there, maybe could have got the job done over the Cardi Cats.
Oh, mate, are we talking about which grand final?
Year 9.
Year 9. The first one you missed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that was at South Freo.
Yeah. Yeah, that was I don't actually. Oh no, I did go to that game. I was the runner, and apparently I did a really good job. Bad job at running the water, because I just remember Reese and Lincoln just shouting at me "Get off! Fuck off! Give me the water!" And I was just so scared, because I know how tense and exhilarating it can be in a grand final. And all I had was one job, to give out the water and tell them a few instructions, and the feedback I got from them suggested that I wasn't doing it right. So that I did a really bad job of running water and running messages that day. But and most importantly, it was a shame to not get a win for the Winnicott Cat boys.
That's all right, mate.
But Cardinia back then, elite team. What can you say?
They weren't bad, but we live and we learn. And
agreed, mate. Agreed.
Should we move on to year 10?
Yeah, moving on to year 10. You play half the year again.
Yep.
But then another, very, probably worse than the bike incident. Another very sad incident.
Yeah. Always seem to be off-field incidents, so maybe just stick to footy, mate. But,
Do you
want to talk us through that?
I'd been roped into playing school rugby for the school rugby team by Mr. Shout out to
Definitely not.
I'd been roped into the team, and I was playing rugby, and I had gotten the ball and I ran forward. This was on a rugby carnival, and I ran forward with the ball, and I got tackled by a really big guy carrying a a bit of meat. He's a bit of a tugboat. He was carrying a bit of meat on him, and he kind of tackled me in a way that he ended up sitting on top of me, but he ended up sitting on top of my leg, and I just remember my leg just making the break in the leg made like a gunshot sound, and then oh mate, I was screaming. Fuck, shit. I was going off, and I had previously been in trouble for swearing on the field, and then 2 minutes later he put me back on the field, and I broke the leg, and I was just, mate, that all went out the door. I was fuck, shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a femur, which is one of the hardest bones to break in the body.
The hardest bone in the body, I believe.
Yeah.
Done yourself a fair effort there.
Well, mate, to give you credit, I was actually there that day, obviously, and there wasn't much carry on. You were very stoic, I thought. Lincoln Kirkby, and he was also there, and Ben Shales. They can both.
Lincoln Kirkby, yeah, I remember Lincoln. I was sitting on top of like the
foil blanket.
The foil blanket, and Lincoln was trying to get warm or something, so he kept trying to put his head under the blanket that I was
He just couldn't believe that something like that, well, that can't warm you up. That can't. I'm like, Lincoln, it's the sun, waves and that, and he's going, nah. So when the teachers weren't looking, he's obviously just stuck their head under there for a minute. I'm thinking, geez, what's going on? And he comes out and he goes, yeah, it's a bit warm under there.
Look, I couldn't get angry at the guy. He was just being inquisitive. But
one benefit though, the green whistle. How good are they, mate?
Oh, mate, you wouldn't believe it. The green whistle. I remember being on the green whistle, and all that happens is you get really you just get tunnel vision of whatever you see, and looking through that tunnel just feels really good. So,
yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty awesome tunnel to look down. But yeah, no, it was really good, and yeah, I would probably give it another crack if I was off it.
I do.
Really hope you don't break your femur again, but anyway.
I hope it's not under those circumstances, but I wouldn't mind having another crack of it.
I do remember you were very out of it. You actually tried to put the green whistle in the wrong end, and I've gone no, switch it up, back in, boom, in the gob, you're good.
Oh yeah, mate, I was just so desperate that to get the green whistle in me that I didn't even look which way. I was sucking on it.
But as you were leaving the carnival, do you remember what you were saying to the boys as you left?
I can't remember, mate. I think I was very emotional, and I was saying, I love you boys, thanks for looking out for me, I'll see you on the flip side, that kind of thing.
Well, mate, actually, that's not true. You actually went to a Shea Careful it was, and you're going, we getting on the grind tonight?
Yeah, so Fortnite was big at that time, and that's all you could think about. You just wanted to get home, get on the PlayStation.
Mate, that was the happy place back in the day. That was the happy place, and I was not in a happy place at that moment, so...
Well, apparently you were.
Well, with the green whistle, you were looking through the best tunnel ever, apparently.
Yeah.
And just to add insult to injury from that whole leg incident, who was it who met you at the hospital? Do you remember?
Not quite. I think it was
Well, your parents were down south.
Oh yeah. No, I don't actually remember this bit. I remember I think it was Axe telling me, or no, my parents telling me and me telling Axe. But it was actually my neighbour who I met at the hospital because the parents were down south, and
That's rough.
Yeah, look, I probably didn't really care that much at the time because I was on the green whistle. But
looking through that tunnel, yeah.
Yeah, mate, still in the tunnel. But so that was a shame.
Yeah, traumatic experience. You just want a familiar face, and your mum, your dad, your family. But your neighbour rocks up. You're a bit. At the end of the day.
Shout out to the neighbour though.
I hope he's listening.
Yeah, he's got a name, Andrew Disney. Shout out to
Disney.
Is he related to Walt?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Alright. Well, anyway, so we'll move on to your recovery. So you end up having surgery. Is that right?
Yep.
And what were the doctor's orders after the surgery, mate?
So I was supposed to stay on crutches for 12 weeks, and then I wouldn't be able to play sport for another 8 months.
Yeah, so a lot of resting and recovering and...
Yeah.
So what did you do a week after surgery then?
A week after surgery, I think I went,
Bike riding?
yeah, I remember that, and I broke Mac's bike. Yeah, I remember that.
Shout out Mac Fox.
Yeah, sorry, Mackie. I feel bad. Still feel bad about that.
So you're a week out of surgery and you've ridden... Where'd you ride from and to? And...
Oh no, yeah. So that was a different time.
Oh.
The week I got out of surgery, I was with Taj APPAREL, and
Shout out.
yeah, shout out, and we rode to Perth Zoo because I think you wanted
Because why
From your
not?
house? From your house?
from my house.
So how many kilometres do you reckon that is?
It's
Probably 15, you reckon? East Ferry.
Yeah, about that.
Perth Zoo?
I reckon.
Maybe more.
You reckon?
I don't know, mate.
I reckon it's about.
It's a
15.
fair journey a week out of surgery, isn't it?
Especially when the doctors said, no,
Rest up.
Yeah, rest up. Crutches 12 weeks, no sport 8 months. And
Yeah.
you pelican, have just got on the bike, going to the zoo.
Yeah, not.
Not the finest moment.
Yeah, not the finest moment.
What's the thinking there?
I think I was just pretty keen to get out and about because I'd been in the hospital for a couple of days.
Surely on the exercise bike or something would be alright for 5 or 10 instead of a
15.
20 kilometre journey to the zoo.
Yeah, look, I just like being outside, the fresh air. It's good seeing Taj, and it's good seeing the animals at Perth Zoo.
Oh, wow. Favourite animal? Favourite animal, Isaac? You gotta have one. Come on, mate.
The lions when they're up and about.
Oh, when they get the lions up and about, they're good, aren't they?
Like that.
Yeah, they're worth a 15k bike ride with one leg.
Yeah, they're alright.
Jeez, you're up, mate.
Oh well.
That day.
How about we break it up with a riddle?
Yeah. All right.
So we
Here
got
we
another
go.
one for you. For
Red
red
licorice,
licorice.
yeah.
He wants it. He really wants it this time.
What is the least spoken language in the world?
I think this is a trick question. English.
Sign language. No
Oh.
red licorice for you, mate. Oh boy. Maybe sometime soon you can get one. Yeah.
Sorry, you got one more chance, I think. So,
Alright, easy. I better
later
get
on.
it that time.
so you're 11 now.
Yeah.
Had the whole year off footy yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just the leg recovery. Probably put yourself back about 6 months by going on that bike ride. But anyway.
Yeah.
What were your habits? Hobbies up, I should say, in that time.
My hobbies. I like to watch a lot of Netflix during that time.
Like to study.
And I like to study. I like
Ooh.
to study.
So got involved with the ATAR
Yeah.
and commitment. It was there.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
good.
boy, it was there.
Big time.
Bit too much. Bit too committed.
Yeah, I like to study during that period just because I really had nothing else to do. I couldn't even really go, I couldn't do any form of exercise whatsoever.
So you just had to study, didn't you?
Yeah, I
That's
just,
the way to do it.
Yeah,
that's
I-
it.
And I know sometimes a phone can be a distraction when you study. Is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So I know a lot of people like to put their phone away or they'll turn it off. Or what did you used to do with your phone when you used to study?
I used to run down to the my neighbour's house down the road and lock the phone in the garage. Sorry, Jack.
Jeez. So you've gone down to Andrew Disney's house?
Beta cat, Tucky's
Tucky.
house. Tucky's.
And you've locked your phone in their garage.
How'd you get back? Do you have the key to the garage or something?
Oh,
Just in and out when you wanted?
I'd get up the next morning and walk.
The next morning, so you leave there overnight.
Depends how they are studying.
So what's an average time that you'd leave your phone in the garage? Like a
Um,
couple hours a night or?
On a weekend night, back then, yeah, a couple hours, or I'd like get it in the morning, so like leave it overnight.
And did they know you were doing this, or were you just going into their garage randomly, chucking your phone there, locking it up, leaving?
I sent them a text, and they were all good with it. So
Yeah. Wow.
When I first started it, I'd send them a text every time I'd do it.
And that's a weird text to receive. Hey, mind if I lock my phone in your garage? I just got to get a couple hours of study done.
It's a weird text, but they're good people, so they understood.
And how far away were they living? Just up the street, or?
Yeah, about 100 meters.
Yeah,
100 meters down the road. But yeah.
Look, I'm sure, like, the next room would have sufficed, but
Definitely, I'd say.
Looking back
each
on
to
it,
their own.
Yeah, looking back on it now, most likely yes, but yeah, that was just the way I did things back in the day.
Also, you got yourself a job, which is good, didn't you?
Where the best coffee's made. Get down there, great coffee.
Well, yeah, so...
I heard the food was pretty good as well.
Food pretty good.
Oh.
So you're a waiter down there, yeah? And,
Yeah.
sometimes people, they can't get through their meal, they're a bit full, you take the plates. What do? Do you chuck the rest of the food out, or what?
Well,
You wouldn't
really-
eat the rest, would you?
a really good dish at and
Never ordered it.
yeah, well, I've had it, and it's pretty good, and I really like the chorizo, the way they do the chorizo. So I was cleaning up tables, and then I cleaned up this one table who had where there was this plate of which had the remains, and all the chorizo had been untouched.
Oh.
So I was stacking the plates in like this hand, and I was holding that plate with all the chorizo on it on a separate hand, so I could. so, and then I put the plates that I stacked where the dishes were,
Oh, yeah.
and then I put the plate with the chorizo on it, and I ate the chorizo. And then another worker who I was with told me you can get herpes from eating other people's food. So I called Mum. I was like, what?
Yeah. Then what? What's your mum said?
I asked her whether I was gonna get herpes. I asked her whether I was gonna get herpes, and Mum said no.
And you're in year 11?
Yeah. When he said herpes, he just said herpes full stop. You can get different. You can get different type of herpes.
So you're worried about getting food herpes?
Sexual herpes. I thought they were. This was in year 11 where I didn't realise you kind of had to have sex to get sexual herpes. So I thought it was sexual herpes. Oh, I didn't think it was. I was just worried that could be a possibility.
Alright, well, now that we're back to reality,
Wow.
jeez, let's talk about your year 12.
Yeah.
Obviously, finally get back into playing some footy again. How good's that?
Mate, that was awesome, and that was the year we won the Grandy, and that was, yeah.
It was very good.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
awesome.
You were, not just saying this, one of the best on.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Tell me if I'm wrong. It's almost as if with you just go so hard because you just don't want to let the team down. It's not that you want the big showy moment. You just don't want anyone to say, oh, Weez didn't absolutely throw everything at it.
Yeah, I was a bit scared of getting in trouble by a couple of lads. So
You didn't want
Didn't want
another
that
water
either.
incident like in the year 9 grand
yeah, I
final.
didn't want to, and especially because playing down back, I'd say the leader down there is Damo, and if I
Shout out to Damo.
shout out to Damo, awesome.
Big fan of the potty.
Yeah, awesome backline player. But not only restricted to the backline, can play other positions as well. But yeah, I've stuffed up a couple of times and he's been mad at me and I didn't enjoy that. So
you just did not want to let Damo down?
yeah, and then it'd be nice to win the granny as well.
Yeah, that would also be good.
Yeah.
But just such an emotional win at the end, wasn't it?
Oh mate, yeah, a couple of tears came out.
Both of you, both of us in tears. Your whole family. Whole family in tears. What pretty good moment actually, wasn't it?
Mate, unreal. Just hugging all the boys. Mark Kerspian.
Great coach.
Singing the song. Oh mate, it's a memory that I'll cherish forever.
And
Sure.
to think that, probably since year 9, you only played probably just about 10 games of footy.
Yep.
Didn't play any finals for Winnicott.
Yeah.
And then to come in, play a full season year 12, come out unscathed and win the premiership medal.
That would have been his first grand final. First final ever.
First final in footy ever.
Because obviously coronavirus season didn't have semis, so we were straight into the GF.
Straight into the GF.
So yeah, it's a huge effort from you, mate.
Yeah, cheers boys.
Well
yeah,
done.
I was pretty chuffed, and well done to you boys.
Oh, thank you, mate.
And yeah, obviously the studying continued. We
Yep.
kept studying.
Probably got worsened, you'd say.
Probably worsened.
Yeah.
Didn't think it could get much worse than locking your phone in your neighbour's garage, but
Nah,
jeez, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dedicated a lot of the time to studying, and look, I was happy with my ATAR, but look, there are a lot of boys who beat me. So the big learning from there, Axel told me it from day one, is that to get a good ATAR, you got to have a balanced life and not study all the time.
It's for anyone listening that's gone into ATAR.
I learned that the hard way.
That's it. So
Hey, mate. It's all good because at the end
You
of year
got through it,
12,
mate.
you got a bit of a reward. We got to go to the Levers. That was a bit of fun, wasn't it?
I enjoyed Levers. Yeah, that
did?
was good.
Yeah.
And
was
you know, obviously a lot of people, all the adult viewers would know, a lot of people would like to drink vodka, and they have mixes such as OJ, lemonade. What was your go-to mix?
I had vodka and milk.
Milk. Oh.
That's not what we're talking about. But
Oh,
carry on.
Can you continue?
This is better.
No,
You had vodka and milk.
Vodka and milk, yeah, with any cereal in it as well.
well, yeah, I think Reese was pouring himself milk and Cheerios, and then he very nicely poured me a drink of milk and vodka, and I had it and it was alright. It was I didn't mind it. I haven't tried it since, but during that moment it was good.
Very good, mate. Very glad at that.
Good on you.
Okay, here we go. We've got your last chance, mate. Okay. David's parents have 3 sons: Snap, Crackle, and
Pop.
David's parents have 3 sons: Snap, Crackle, and
I'm pretty sure I'm right. It's the rice bubble packet.
no, you're not right, mate. Listen to the riddle.
3 people on the rice bubble.
Listen to the riddle. David's parents have 3 sons: Snap, Crackle, and
It's Pop.
listen one more time. This is the last chance of you getting one. David's parents have 3 sons: Snap, Crackle, and
Snap. I'm not too sure, but I'll give it another go. Pop.
no, it's not
Whose
Pop.
parents are they?
Whose parents are they?
David's parents.
So who's the 3rd son?
David.
You're not getting one, mate. I'm sorry, you're not getting one.
Even if you got it on the 5th go, I don't
Yeah,
think
nah. Oh wow.
It just sounded like the 3 cartoons of the rice bubble packet when they.
That's the point,
That's
mate.
the point.
Yeah, that's the point, mate. Very good.
Well,
Well, we've come to the part of the part of the podcast where we've going to ask you a few viewer questions. These have been sent in to us.
Yeah.
They might be relating to stories. If you'd like to answer a few of them,
Yep. Go for it, mate.
Tinny, kick us off.
we'll go first one. Apparently, you've spoken to the librarian about
School librarian,
a
that
future
is.
job.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She She didn't offer it to me, but
Have you applied?
You've applied for the position of head librarian, have you?
no. But
You keen to get amongst it though?
there was a point in time where I thought it could be alright, but no.
And you asked her in year 12, yeah?
Whether I could work at the library.
Yeah, whether you could. Yeah,
No, I never did. We just chatted about how good the library was, and then we.
So there's never an official application of interest.
I heard he's
No.
put his resume together right now. Though,
Yeah,
so.
I heard you are putting it together.
No, mate, no. You wouldn't see me working at the library. I'm hardly.
See you
ever-
in there.
Watch
fair bit.
this space, because I've got a feeling,
Yeah.
the head librarian has just retired, so there's a spot up for grabs, and I think it'd be perfect. Maybe if, all of us at Cold South can start a campaign, get Isaac the job his dream job as head librarian.
Oh, mate. I don't think I could do it. Don't think I'd be up to it. There's a fair bit you got to do. I saw.
What, have you been trained in the area already?
No. No, but I know what our head librarian does on a given day, and it's a lot. But yeah, there you go.
Alright, another question sent in. Well, apparently you're known to have your hands in your pockets in the mosh at clubs. Is that true? Who?
Frank.
Oh,
Yeah. Look. I mean.
yes or no?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Alright,
Okay,
well, I'm moving on. Another thing apparently you've said, you've asked if drag queens are men.
Yes, I did ask that. I was a bit confused the other night.
Oh, how are you confused? Like,
Some of them just dressed really well. I was just genuinely confused.
dress, when you mean dress well, like dress attractively, would you say?
No, but
Is that what you're confused about?
no. I'm just gonna. I reckon we move on to the next one.
Well, we are sort of still talking about that one because when was that you went out last for that night, mate?
It was last weekend, which was the night before.
Yeah, night before a footy game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
night before
so
footy.
obviously all the Winnicott Eagles boys had a bit of a meeting, and we said, look, night before footy games, we don't go out. We,
So Mark Coastman.
yeah.
Shout out to Mark.
So yeah, Jack Benton, he's put together
Heads fines
the
master down
fines
there.
master.
Yeah,
at
mate,
the,
I've
at the
got-
Eagles.
I got the $20 in here. For tomorrow. Because apparently I thought it was 10, but apparently it's 20. I'm just gonna make sure I got 20 again.
Want me to hold on to that?
Nah,
Oh.
feel good.
Well,
Feel good.
Yeah, so to think of all the boys that could have done it, I'll be honest, I didn't think it was going to be you, but
well, we can actually give him a bit of leeway because he wasn't at the training when we announced that. Do you know where you were that training? Might start with an S.
Sterling.
Study.
were you studying that night? For what?
Studying. I don't think I was studying that night.
Oh. What else would you been doing?
Was this a Tuesday or a Thursday?
Would have been a Thursday, a couple of weeks back.
Surfing.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
I'm so
That's
confused.
even more of
I've-
a normal thing to do.
I've been surfing before when training's been. Yeah.
Oh, good.
You go.
Nice
you
of this to come out. All right, moving on. Geez, I thought there would only be one herpes-related story tonight, but there is actually another. Do you remember one day you walked into Cash Converters, seen a didgeridoo?
And I started playing it.
Yeah, and then... yeah? Then what? Then how was your reaction after that?
Boggs, similar thing to what happened at my workplace. Boggs told me I could get herpes. And I was...
What form?
This happened after the other incident, so I knew.
Knew he was, pulling your leg.
I knew you could only get because cold sores and stuff like that. Those forms of herpes, which aren't too bad.
Mouth herpes, as you've said, you've put it.
Mouth herpes, but yeah, what's it called? Yeah, he told me that, and I was stressing out a bit, and it just meant I couldn't enjoy my meal at Shanghai because I was a bit stressed out.
And you couldn't get any sleep that night, could you?
Yeah, I was a bit stressed out.
I don't know what was going through your head to think that doing that was a good idea. But
I've never
Yeah.
tried it, so I just
well, you have because you just told us that you.
yeah, but like before then, and yeah.
Jeez, when you actually get herpes, you're not going to believe it, are you?
No, mate, I don't reckon. I'm just yeah.
One final story. This has been sent in by Jonas. Me and Matt don't know the answer for this. Jonas has said, ask Weezer about the time he was followed by a pedo.
The time I've been followed by a pedo.
You'd think it would be pretty notable.
I can't.
Can't distinguish one time or...
I don't think I've ever been followed by a pedo. I've thought heaps of people are pedos. They've been
Fair enough.
following me. But in that case, I just do the smart thing. I go around the block 4 times. No.
4 left turns if they're still following you.
Yeah.
I do 4 left turns. And then if they're still on my trail,
If they're in pursuit?
then we're in trouble. But I've never been in trouble. I've only got up to like 2.
You're just
2 left turns.
Two
or something.
left turns. You would have been stressing
So-
after that second left turn.
So
mate.
this is all happening while you're driving.
Yeah, but I can't. Jonas would be referring to one instance about a pedo, but I can't quite remember. I can't quite remember. Sorry, Jonas. Shout out to Jonas. Yeah, sorry, Jonas. Can't
Wow,
remember.
I was very excited to hear what
Yeah.
the pedophile story was.
So you boys don't know about it?
Nah.
This new story.
Yeah, can't think of that one.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I think that just about wraps it up, except for our last question.
Oi! Oh, is this for another licorice?
No.
No licorice for this one, mate.
Alright.
This is just give us an example or a
Oh,
definition of a cult hero.
mate, I think a cult hero is that mate of yours that his house is like a second home to you. Like when you're out and about, at night, going to a party, whatever, and you need somewhere to crash, he's the mate you can crash at. Or if shit's going down at home, and you just don't want to be around your home, you can always go to his house. I think that's that's who a cult hero is, and I think every mate has one. So yeah.
Very good, mate. Ben Shales, take note. That's the answer we were looking for. Well done, mate. Thank you so much for coming on.
Boys,
Appreciate it, mate.
Thank you very much. Jacko?
Alright, thank you for watching and see you next week.